Hey, it's Tim Royster here with the Royster Hearth Group Compass.
I am here in Naples, Florida, visiting family and enjoying some time away. But there's so many things going on in the market right now that I could not leave this week without talking about these things. Here's what I want to do. I want to talk to you about real estate, interest rates, question as for sellers and for buyers. Really, is it still a good time to make these kind of decisions? Right now, today, March 24th, 2022, the interest rate nationally right now is at 4.42%, and it has gone up quite quickly since the beginning of the year. It started the year about 3.22%, and that's exactly when the Fed started talking about interest rate hikes. And they said it back in January, everyone. They said they're going to be doing this in March. So it was not a surprise. And we can show you that over the last 3 months, rates did go up. Could be a little bit higher, a little bit lower, depending on where you are and who you call, but that's where the national average is right now. The real question is, well, if interest rates are going up at this quickly, are the prices cooling? And the answer is not yet. And will they cool? I don't want to say that prices will go down. I don't think that's going to happen. From what I'm reading and from what I can see from Realtor.com, from Fannie and Freddie Mac, from CoreLogic, what we're actually still seeing is that because the supply is still low and smart purchasers are trying to leverage these interest rates and purchase a home, they are still pushing the price on their offers. I used to say, make sure you're buying a house for 3 to 5 years. I'm throwing that out the window. I'm telling you that you should be buying a house and you should be planning to live in that house for 7, 10 years. And actually, if you look at the average time a person stays in a home, National Association of Realtors put out a report maybe last year saying that most people are staying around that 9 to 10 year range. You may have to modify or adjust what you want to purchase, or maybe the area of town that you want to purchase in. Maybe the single family house that's really close to the Beltway is out of reach now. Maybe the townhouse is better for you. So think about that and see if you can modify, make some adjustments in your lifestyle of how you want to live. That way you can still get in and purchase a home. Now I'm gonna talk about a few slides here. The current mortgage rate compared to the last 5 decades. So check this out. In 1970s, the average interest rate was 8.86%, 1980s, 12.7%, 1990s, 8.12%, the 2000s were 6.27%, and the 2010s, 4.09. And now you can see that the current rate, as I mentioned, was 4.42%. So historically, quite low if you look at it over the last 5 decades. When interest rates go up over 1%, how does that affect home prices? So there are some data points on this, and this is coming from Freddie Mac. So October 1993 to December 1994, over 14 months, it increased 2.38%, and home prices still appreciated by 3%. January 1996 to September 1996, over 8 months, there was an increase of interest rates to 1.2%, and home prices went up 2%. Now here's a big one. From October 1998 to May 2000, over 19 months, is an increase of 1.81%, but home prices went up 13%. Then there's these two interesting ones, as I think we all know what happened during that June 2003 to July 2006. There was obviously very easy access to lending. That's an anomaly because what happened back then is not what's happening now. Right now, we are dealing with a supply and demand issue, not a easy money issue where everyone who has a heartbeat can get a loan. That's not the case. Right now, we have very solid, strong buyers who want to purchase a home. And a lot of those are in that home buying age group that are considering purchasing homes and have done all the right things, have saved their pennies, or have great jobs, and now they're ready. So this is different. And then November 2012 to December 2013, over 13 months, it went up by 1.11%. And home prices still went up 11%. Now, what does all that mean? It just means that home prices still went up even when interest rates went over 1%. As of right now, the median sales price in February was right at around $900,000. If I dial it down into Fairfax County alone, I sent this and talked to my team this morning about this, it was at $875,000 for the median sales price for a detached home in Fairfax County in the month of February. So mortgage rates and how they climbed this year. As I mentioned a little earlier, rates started in January at 3.22%, and they did a pretty steady hike to where we are now. There was a little bit of a dip in late February, and even an interesting lower dip at the beginning of March, but then quick rise to where we are today, March 24th at 4.42%. So what does this mean? I mean, a lot of people have asked, well, this is a high rate, right? I mean, well, you know what? The last 2 years or so, we had incredibly low rates, and those weren't normal. Those were not normal rates. But if we look back at 2018, 2019, you can see here that rates were at 4.54% in 2018, and in 2019, 3.94%. And I've talked to my team, I've been thinking about this. In 2019, when we were selling homes, there was still multiple offers. We were still seeing a lot of people showing up at open houses, and there was still a demand to buy homes. So here's the bottom line. Mortgage rates are rising. Home prices are rising. Historically, home prices haven't dropped when mortgage rates were increasing. And here's our tip. When you find a home to buy, purchasing it before it costs more to do so may be the most affordable option. I hope these data points were helpful as you're making decisions for you and your loved ones as you're deciding, do I continue looking for a home? Do I just wait? Maybe we do this again next year. I would just tell you this. It is probably still a great opportunity to stay in this market and finding the right home and hopefully having the right agents on your side to do that. So if you have any questions about how we do that, check out one of our other videos. We have a great strategy for that. Now, sellers, you are not just selling a house. You're probably going to be buying a home if it's in the same area of Northern Virginia, potentially going south, maybe going to this great place, Naples. I don't know. But that's just as important because you need to understand the dynamics of the market you're going to, so that you make smart decisions as you decide to navigate this dynamic market, selling a home and purchasing. But we have great plans for that as well. Can't wait to talk to you guys next week. Have a great rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.